Hi, and welcome to Planet Watch, the Libra edition and New Moon 2020 with Mary Jane Staudenmann from Geneva, Switzerland. Hi, Mary Jane.
Hi all. Hi all. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. Well, we've got some things coming up, right? I mean, like right now we're recording this on, what are we today? Is it September?
Today is the 18th, I think, of September.
18th of
And
September.
yeah, we're just finishing up with the new moon in Virgo. That was pretty hectic because I felt it very strongly. I've just had my birthday and the new moon was happening opposite Neptune. So it was a time when sleep and weird dreams and all kinds of things were going on in the sky. Plus a general, I don't know, I for one felt a sort of malaise. You don't know where you are. You're not quite together yet, huh?
Yeah. I've had a hard time getting my poop in a group.
Yeah, well, for sure, and honoring appointments and keeping time straight and
Oh, all
just
kinds.
general conversations. Just really hard to, as you say, keep your relationships in order, keep your appointments in order, and things you're supposed to be doing just aren't happening. But it's going to be better now. We've got a new moon, and the new moon is always useful for growing energy. This is the thing where we're supposed to be sitting down and getting things organized again. So I think as soon as we get this sun going into Libra and at the fall equinox, we're all going to be feeling a little more active.
Right. So the sun goes into Libra. What date? 22nd?
On the 22nd,
Mhm.
which is a Tuesday on the East Coast of America, it's happening at 9:30.
Right. And
And
then,
Libra's a very exciting energy too. It's a cardinal energy. Things begin, things get off the ground in cardinal energies. It's very active. It's a positive, masculine, that is to say, energy. Um, so it's a time for decision making, for getting ahead, for getting projects off the ground, basically. Now, Libra is, well, it's also, while we're in the air signs, it's a communications energy. It's a time to be reaching out. It's a time to be organizing meetings as well as high contractual meetings and so on. It's time to be drawing up mandates and contracts and conditions for people to get things together and to get things talked out. Excellent time, theoretically, to be negotiating contracts and things like that. This particular Libra so that's the general energy we have to work
sure.
with. There are no planets except, Mercury right now is still in Libra, won't be there very long. So the sun's here all by itself and is having a kind of a hard time honoring all of these projects and all of these promises in Libra.
Right.
So we're going to have to deal with some problems in the sky that I wanted to go into with
Yeah.
further detail. Anyway, as I said, with this new moon coming into mode, well, with the 22nd and even right now, we should get a little bit better organized in any case and try to fight the stem of confusion that's going on, actually.
Oh, Lord, right. And then you even said that there were just in Geneva there in
Yeah.
Switzerland, there were a lot of sirens and things last night.
Oh,
I
my.
typically associate that type of thing with the full moon. But you said it
It's
was.
true. It's
Mhm.
true. It rather depends on the sky that's available, what planets are available. The new moon will set into motion, as does the full moon. In fact, will set into motion activity and create for people who are sensitive. Not everyone is sensitive to new moons. Not everyone is sensitive to every new moon. Although some people, for instance, us Virgos, Geminis, Sagittarians, and Pisces are going to feel this particular new moon a little more strongly.
Right. And
So it depends. It depends on everyone's personal chart, each one's personal chart, to what extent new moons, full moons as well, are going to be sensitive or not.
sure. And again, we're recording this September 18th. I just want to acknowledge you just had a birthday.
I did. I
The
did. It
13th.
went more or less painlessly. it's, finally it's an endurance test, and you just hang in there longer than the other guy and you win the prize.
Exactly. Statistics show that the more birthdays you have, the longer you live.
That's
So
it.
that's good. So I just want to acknowledge that. Happy birthday, Mary Jane.
Thank you.
13th.
Thank you very much. Long live all those Virgos out there.
Awesome. Virgo energy. And so, yeah, we're moving into this this time of Libra too. We've just come through this new moon, and people are sensitive to it, not sensitive, kind of depending on what you've got going on in your chart.
Precisely.
Libra energy. We talked a little bit earlier before we started recording about compromise, balance. It's a relationship time of year. Can you
Absolutely.
get into that?
Libra is when these things are supposed to be congealing, when we can finally get it together. It's the time to reach out, to find meeting grounds, to find communication. First of all, it's again an air sign, very important in communication. And as well as a legal sign, it's a time to be working up contracts. A lot of marriages are proposed in any case in this sign of Libra, marriages of all sorts. So that we get into the realm of, again, signing contracts, making deals. It's a great time to be buying and selling a car or your house or whatever, because it's an energy that's devoted to negotiation, talking things out, working to find an even keel and a good deal for everybody.
Right. You think of this, the depiction of justice with the blindfold, and you just got to balance. And of course,
That's it.
balance
That's
is
it.
the sign of Libra.
Yeah, exactly. I just talked in the tarot tutorial that I'm pulling together for Radiate. I just talked about this card. It's a nice card because we see with the balance, and she's got her balance in her hand. The balance is tipped just a little bit toward our human effort, and not altogether absolute blind justice, that you'll only get what you deserve. That's kind of cold. But this is just a little bit leaning toward the left, a little bit giving just a little hair positive energy to us poor humans who need every break we can get, right?
Right.
So
Right.
anyway, look it up. It's an interesting card. I'm glad you brought it up.
Right. I'm looking forward to getting that out at Radiate U. And of course, this is our private Facebook group, and it is a subscription-based Facebook group. You get lots of great content, like Mary Jane's. This is an infomercial if you can't tell. So you get Mary Jane's series on the tarot. It's a great tutorial. Do guided meditations on there, some book reviews and reports and things from Steve. He's got lots of great content. We put like extra stuff there on the Radiate U group. So yeah, so the balance is the Libra thing, isn't it? Man, I know some Libras, they can justify anything.
Oh yeah. The favorite expression, and you'll hear it coming out of every Libra's mouth at least once a day. They'll say, "Yeah, but on the other hand." And you sit down. I mean, I refuse to go shopping with my Libra friends. No more.
Right.
Because they will take you to every shop available anywhere and work you to death to find the exact pair of shoes, the exact dress. I went shopping with a Libra friend. She found the exact dress, but it was a size 16. Now she was a size 10, but she bought it anyway because she said, well, I'll just take it down. I'll just have it taken in because she absolutely had to have that dress. And if it's not that, it's being just extremely complex about making that decision. It's kind of all or nothing.
Yeah, it's justification.
To even get to that point of finding the dress is already a day's work. It's just way over my head. Anyway,
kind of a gross
on the other hand,
right. On the other hand,
on the other hand, they're great people. So.
Right, they are. They're lovely people. So, So anything else we can anticipate in this time of Libra?
Well, as I said, the Libra sky is waiting for this kind of joining of like minds, but in fact, in the sky, the planets aren't shaping up like that at all.
Yeah,
We're
that is
getting,
scary.
first of all, involved as the sun slips into Libra. It's going to be going opposite Chiron, so we're going to see already a sort of breaks on situation. What we want to get done is just not ready. It's not ripe. It's not good for us. And
Sure.
so we'll be tossed back anyway into rethinking a lot of our best ideas, a lot of our favorite notions, a lot of things we thought we were going to get done just aren't on yet. The other major thing I think that's coming up very soon is a yod formation now with Venus. The yod formation is well, it looks like this. It looks like this big thing up here. Now,
Okay.
yeah, this Venus is up top and is at the top of this attitude, this aspect that creates here with Jupiter and with Neptune, again, a notion of in constant insatisfaction. This Venus is looking to accomplish a lot of these contracts, a lot of these decisions, a lot of these compromises, and is just being bounced around from pillar to post and not able finally to accomplish what she has in mind. This is especially true in the early parts of this until the end of September, let's say. So she's off to kind of a bad start. Venus is one of the major planets in Libra. She's the one who's organizing events and parties and things to get people together. And here she's saying, well, why aren't you coming to my party? And people just have all kinds of really terrible excuses why they're not ready to come to her party or to her negotiating table or anything else she has to offer.
Right, right.
So she's kind of sitting there sucking her thumb and will do so for about a week. Now, Venus at the same time is going to be lining up some wonderful things. She's in another compromising mood and a sort of a love-making mood, if I can talk like that, around from the 3rd to the 5th of October. Again, then on the 9th of October and on the 14th of October, we have Venus, Mercury, and the Moon that are all going, oh, let's get it on. This is just, it's so nice to meet you. It's so nice to finally sit down and talk to you. And there are marriage proposals and there are all kinds of promises being made. And it's just so cute. Before that, the problem here, well, it can be a problem, gets better. From the 26th of December until this 3rd of October, this same getting together and trying each other out and so on seems to run into a lot of grips from Saturn. I see Hatfield and McCoy here. This is like the two lovers, or, you know, Romeo and Juliet, the two lovers who are trying to get together, and the big boss, Saturn, you know, grandpa with the big belly and so on, and say, you get off my lawn, you whippersnapper. And he doesn't want any of this kind of thing. So all kinds of people who are trying to make compromises, to make business deals, to make engagements, to make any kind of things between Venus and Mars, which can be pretty sexy, you know, among other things, are just getting all kinds of bad reactions from old people or old rules or the religious bit, you know, oh, that Muslim can't possibly marry my Jewish daughter, and so on and so forth. We're going to see a lot of that early on later on this month and early on into October. It gets better, as I said, from the 3rd of October on. These two lovers or whoever they are kind of getting it together, whispering in the dark about what they can finally get done. Be careful what you're promising, because Mercury is going into retrograde on the 14th of October until the 4th of November, and may find it just too difficult to keep these promises. too difficult to fight the system, to fight granddad, to fight whoever's tripping up Mercury, especially Mercury, his ideas of a good time, of a good relationship, of a good thing to be trying to accomplish. So those are some, I think, pretty important dates in our human relationships, just on our day-to-day level, without even getting involved with the blockages that are going to be going on between this Sun in Libra, who is finally, through the month of October, is going to be making some important squares to the power pact down here, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, that have been sitting here creating havoc in Capricorn for all these last months.
Right. Now,
So we. Mhm.
as we were talking earlier, you were talking about this is a time to be careful, time to
Absolutely,
stay safe.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Because one of the leitmotifs that's going on in this year and setting up actually this kind of bad travel for the Sun is a very nasty square that's going on and going to keep on going on between Mars and Saturn, Mars and Pluto, Mars and Jupiter even. So at the same time, we're wanting to make compromises, wanting to hear the other guy speak. In the States, you're getting involved in the presidential debates and so on. This is going to be such a bollocks up situation. It's just not the time, the place, the mode to be listening or hearing the other guy. And I don't know what's going to get done. I don't know what's going to come of this debating time in any case. I expect the true issues will come out later in the period of Scorpio, and we'll talk about that a little later.
Right.
So I would just say, all of you out there, keep your ears wide open and listen carefully to what each one is saying, and be there to weigh and measure what seems logical, what seems true, what seems possible
Okay.
and
Wonderful.
real.
That's great. Thank you so much. And of course, this is going to be tailored. This is kind of general advice is going to be tailored to each and every person according to what you've got going on in your sky.
Of course,
So
of
it would be
course.
good to have a chart drawn up, have a reading. We do offer a subscription where you can get your own personal horoscope once a month.
Quite right. Quite right.
Yeah, just what's going on for you personally, right? So, Mary
Let me
Jane, thank
know.
you so much.
Let me know. I'll be on duty.
Right, and you can find us at radiatewellnesscommunity.com. Radiate Wellness.
There we are.
Community.com. So thanks again, and we'll see you again for, well, the equinox and
Yes,
Scorpio.
indeed. And see you in Scorpio.
Right on.